Last video, we looked at what Etsy says makes a good title, but sometimes it's easier to spot a mistake than it is to write the perfect title. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 4 common Etsy title mistakes that can make your listing harder for shoppers to understand. We'll look at real examples, why these mistakes happen, and some simple ways to improve your titles. By the end, you'll be able to look at your own titles with fresh eyes and quickly spot some areas for improvement. Let's dig in. Let's start with a quick quiz. Imagine you're scrolling through Etsy and you see a piece of artwork called Feelings number 7. Without seeing the photo, what is it? A landscape, abstract painting, a portrait, a sculpture? We have no idea. That's not a bad name for an artwork. In a gallery, it might be a fantastic name, but Etsy isn't a gallery, it's a search engine. Shoppers aren't typing Feelings number 7 into the Etsy search bar. They're searching for things like abstract landscape painting, blue wool art, modern canvas artwork. The title of your listing should help shoppers understand what your item is as quickly as possible. You can absolutely include your artwork's name in your description, but your title should lead with words that describe the actual product. Let's look at another title. Luggage tag, leather luggage tag, luggage tags, leather luggage tags. So, quick question. What new information did we learn by the 4th phrase? Nothing much. I understand why sellers do this. For years, we've all been told that keywords are important, so it feels logical to include every variation we can think of. But let's compare it to this title, Custom Leather Luggage Tag Personalized Travel Gift. This title tells me much more. Not only do I know what the product is, I also know something about who it might be for. And there's the key. Every word in your title should earn its place. If you're repeating the same idea over and over, you're using up valuable space, and that could be spent telling shoppers something new about your product. A lot of sellers worry that removing the repeated phrases mean they'll be found in fewer searches, but Etsy already understands many of these relationships. It understands that luggage tag and luggage tags are closely related, so instead of repeating yourself, use that space to add information that helps shoppers understand the item better. Remember, your goal isn't to fit the most keywords into a title. Your goal is to help the right shopper understand what you're selling as quickly as possible. Let's try another of these quick tests. Which of these titles tells you what the product is the fastest? Perfect gift for her, birthday gift, personalized gift, or personalized Hebrew name necklace, silver Jewish jewelry gift? It's the second one, isn't it? And the reason is simple. Before a shopper can decide whether something would make a good gift, they first need to understand what it is. A necklace can be a gift, a mug, almost anything on Etsy can be a gift. That's why leading with generic phrases like gift for her often isn't the strongest use of your title. Your title is prime real estate. Lead with the words that best describe your product, then use the rest of the space to add helpful details. Think of it this way. What is it, then who's it for? Not the other way around. Personalized Hebrew name necklace tells me exactly what the item is. Silver Jewish jewelry gift gives me extra information. So the next time you're writing a title, look at the first few words. Are they helping your shopper understand the product, or are they making them work harder to figure it out? Let's finish with what might be the most common mistake of them all, trying to be everything to everyone. Imagine you see a title that describes an item as cottagecore, gothic, minimalist. Which one is it? Because these are different styles. I understand why sellers do this. You find a popular keyword and think, if I add that to my title, maybe I'll appear in more searches. But every word in your title should earn its place. If a keyword isn't genuinely describing your item, it isn't helping shoppers understand what you're selling. In fact, it's probably doing the opposite. Think about our title advice from the last video. What is it and who's it for? When we try and appear to everyone, we often end up making our listings less clear, and that clarity matters. It helps shoppers quickly understand whether your product is right for them. It helps Etsy understand what your product actually is, and it helps attract people most likely to love what you're selling. So don't try and be relevant to everyone, be highly relevant to someone. Here's a quick challenge. Open up one of your listings and read through the title. Are there any words that don't truly describe your product? Any phrases that feel like they're there because they're popular rather than accurate? If there are, it might be your next title experiment in that listing. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Every word in your title should earn its place. If a word helps shoppers understand what you're selling, keep it. If it's repeating information, adding confusion, or doesn't really describe your product, ask yourself whether it deserves that valuable space. Your title is limited. Make every word count. If you'd like to understand why Etsy is giving this advice in the first place, check out this video where I explain why most Etsy sellers think about titles backwards, or check out this video. And if this video gave you something new to think about, don't forget to give us a like.